Hey guys, James here from the Poets Garden podcast. As you may notice, I'm wearing the sincerity / sound conditioning sweater again. So it really hurts me to have to say I'm making another apology video today. As many of our guests are well aware, we have had some irreparable disruptions during our podcast sessions. And while it is only human that we may fall victim to a technical snafu on occasion, I have now concluded that my endeavor to cultivate a harmonious podcast experience for all of our sojourners could have been aggrandized. And this proverbial thorn in my podcast metaphorical side that I speak of is, of course, the cursed fourth microphone stand. During this episode, the lovely Anna from Alma Narrows was yet another martyrized casualty of this wretched stand. I tightened it with all the might I could muster, and it fell. So I tightened it again. For a moment, there was a joyous verisimilitude that the stand could thwart the microphone's avoirdupois. But in the end, the Rode Pod mic's 937 grams of adiposity deemed far too burdensome. But take heart, my esteemed guests and listeners alike, for the day of reckoning is upon us. It is now irrevocably palpable that I must gracefully part ways with this forlorn member of my fleet. So, now I'm happy to announce I've ordered a new mic stand for season 2. So, in the future, our guests won't have anything that will take away from their experience or make them feel uncomfortable. Okay, that's enough, right? Okay, let's start this episode. Hey there to all of our beautiful listeners. How are you doing today?
What do you look like? What do you sound like?
That's creepy.
Who are you?
Hey listeners, what color underwear are you wearing?
What's your favorite pastime?
Hi, and welcome to our 36 subscribers on Spotify and all of you other listeners who don't know what's good for you.
Okay. That's a flex right there.
I gotta say, though, even though we might have lower subscription, we have great conversion rates, Geordie.
Conversion rates?
Great conversion rates.
Don't know what that means, but I'll take your word for it. I wish I had your confidence, James.
I don't think it's confidence, Geordie. I think it's denial, honestly.
Denial.
Yeah. Denial is where you just refuse to accept the fact that you're a failure and you just put on a front to mask the pain and sadness and despair. Man, I'm feeling pretty good today, Geordie. How are you?
I wouldn't have guessed that, but okay.
You know what I'm excited about, Geordie?
Mm-hmm.
We're in the month of December now, and this is where it starts feeling all Christmassy in the air, right?
Mm.
Yeah. You got decorations everywhere. You got
Crazy people. We've been given some gifts here at the podcast in that people came and we got to talk with them. Those were gifts to
That's
us.
Beautiful, man. Very cool to have Alma Narrows here. If you guys don't know Alma Narrows, check them out. Check out their website. You can find everything on their Instagram in their link tree. Is that what it is? A link tree, I think.
A link tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be.
Anyway, their single Counting Pennies, beautiful song. There's also the River Bend song. Their harmonies just everything just blends so well.
Out of this world harmonies, man.
Out of this world, yeah.
They match like
yes,
not a lot of people can do. So
yeah.
I thought they were brother and sister. Not gonna lie.
You did think they were brother and sister. That was a little awkward.
That was
It was a little bit awkward.
well,
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
delightful people.
No, it was really cool, man. Very nice couple. Married couple. Yeah. Very nice married couple performing together. It's a new project that they've started. They were in a band called the Crescent Sky. You may have heard of them. Playing in festivals and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, so I think you guys are really going to enjoy this episode. Make sure you check out their performance at the end. Really cool performance of the River Band. Is it the River Band? I should have checked before we started this. I'm pretty sure it's the River Band. No, it's okay. Don't look. I'm right. I'm always right. So yeah, make sure you guys check them out. Look at their website. You can find everything on their link tree. Check them out on Spotify and all that. And yeah, go check them out playing live too. It'll be worth it. What do you think, Geordie?
We should try to play with them one day.
That'd be cool, man. That'd be sick, actually. Yeah.
But
Do a four-fector.
Perfector. That's cool.
Is that right?
I don't know, but I like it.
Oh fuck! I just Geordied it there. That's my new expression for when I mess up something.
Alma Narrows is really cool.
Oh, I just Geordied my pants.
That's actually funny.
Yeah. So everybody, check out this episode right now. It's happening. You ready? I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's do this, Geordie. Alma Narrows coming right at you on the Poets Garden podcast.
Testes, 1, 2, 3.
That's what I do. I love that.
Have you seen The Rocker?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
Nobody knows that movie.
I know,
though.
right? It's so good.
On our
That's
way
Ryan
here,
Wilson.
I was like, bang a gong, get it on, bang a gong, get it on.
Rock a pocket of puke.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my god. I absolutely love that.
That makes me just feel so at ease.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
It's awesome
we
because
bonded
I have
over
no
that
idea.
movie.
What
Yeah.
you're talking about.
You should.
No, that's Rainn Wilson, right?
yes.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but like 20 years ago when it came out or whatever.
I gotcha.
I'm sorry.
No, you're forgiven.
There it
Don't
is.
worry.
Geordie's sorry again.
But you have homework now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to watch it, Geordie.
Yeah.
Well, is it time for our intro, Geordie?
Already?
Geordie really does not like this intro thing. Right? You don't like it at all. Okay.
Oh,
So I'm going to do it.
Okay,
Joe, you
this is
ready?
Weird.
Okay, here we go. And remember,
Everything's fine.
if you say anything that you don't like, I can always just delete stuff and edit it. And I do it to
Love
myself
that. Yeah.
all the time. I notice I say very cool about 1,000 times each episode. I take out a few of them.
That's fair.
Geordie says a lot of really offensive things too. I have to cut out. So yeah, yeah, he just hits every
Seems like
demographic.
it, yeah.
It
Yeah.
just okay. Here we go, Geordie. You ready?
You?
Okay.
That's weird.
I got a good omen about this. Here we go. Hey, I'm James,
Geordie still.
and this is the Poets Garden podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome. Oh my God, I didn't do it. Usually I say it's the Poets Garden podcast, and then I say, because then I repeat it twice, right? But that time I didn't. That was a great intro. So today,
Stoked on this one, man.
today we are very happy. We have a very special guest. Oh wait, I didn't even. Okay, I'm gonna have to edit that. Is it Alma Narrows or Alma Narrows?
We've been saying Alma.
Alma. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Sorry, that was one thing I wanted to check
Either or.
before I start. Okay. Now I'm just gonna
Sorry.
pretend like no, that's me. Okay.
Regan.
yes.
Anna.
Correct.
Regan Anna. Yeah, we got that.
Geordie.
Geordie,
James.
James.
That's actually a
Geordie.
very good thing to just do.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, I need to. I'm
Oh, yeah.
terrible with
Yeah.
that, especially at work and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna pretend like I've done the intro thing.
Anna rocks a pocket of puke.
Yeah, there it is.
Correct.
That's our segue
That's
right
how I'll
there.
remember it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna go from we're happy to have. Okay, we are very happy to have you guys here. Alma Narrows. So maybe you just tell me, where did that name come from?
Good question.
Great question.
I thought so.
Is it
Yeah.
part of the Georgia Strait or something?
Should be.
Like,
No. So Regan and I have been playing music together for like 10 years in different projects.
Right.
And we just started playing together and wanted to like officially like be a band, but we didn't want to just be Anna and Regan. So we went on this long, long journey of trying to find a band name that felt right to both of us. And so we do a lot of driving, like for gigs, but also a lot of our folks live in Alberta. So on these big, long road trips, got really inspired by like road signs and names and places and stuff.
Yeah.
But then it would just be like, oh, what do you think about like, you know, Winslow? And then we're like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Look it up and it's like, oh, someone else already has that name. And so just went
Family
through this
matters.
process. Yeah. And then like late night inspiration, I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's got to be poster tape.
Yeah.
And then the next day I'm like, Regan, it's poster tape. And you're like, no, that's stupid.
Poster tape.
It's like
So-
an indie
We're
kind
not
of.
punk enough.
No, we're not punk enough. But one day,
Yeah,
one
one
day,
day,
I give that one away for free.
Yeah.
But we ended up coming up with like 60
Yeah.
different
Anna had
options.
Anna had a list in her phone of like 60 options.
And
Okay,
and it took us months, and then we finally found Alma Narrows just by like rearranging different word sounds that we liked.
Okay.
So we just kind of
so
Yeah,
it's like
came
a
up with it.
phonetical
Yeah, it means
phenomenon.
it means
yeah,
nothing.
it means nothing.
That's
Yeah,
totally fine.
yeah, but it felt right.
Yeah.
so.
That's
yeah.
see that. Yeah, I'm all about that too. Our
Something
band
like a
name,
phenomenon.
our band name North of King, right?
Yep.
It had this kind of like Canadian, but like
Yep.
kind of I don't know, like kind of powerful thing behind it. So people thought there was a story behind it, which there is, but it means nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were at a mutual friend's house having like a party where we all jammed and we had this huge bonfire. And it was a massive fire because there was a barn on the property. And I guess the landlord told them they could burn all the stuff in the barn. So we decided to burn it like all at once. So we had like all these
Classic.
empty chicken crates.
It was epic.
It was huge. I have a picture of Geordie like 5 feet away from the fire. And the thing is like, I don't know, 25 feet or I don't know what it is. Like the flames are just huge. So we were loving
Bucket
it.
of water sitting there.
Yeah,
Like,
as if that's gonna help. But anyway, so then somebody calls the fire department and they show up to give us a ticket and put the fire out, and then they tell us because this is in Abbotsford, like in the farmlands,
Right.
and he tells us he's like, guys, because you guys are south of King Road, we have to give you a ticket. But if you were north of King, you wouldn't get a ticket. And the funny thing was, King Road was literally like 30 meters away. Like we were right on the edge. And so I think we were just kind of sitting there afterwards, like, dude, North of King.
Yeah.
North of
That's
King.
so cool.
And also I was like, dude, that's a band name.
Yeah.
And then within like 24 hours, I had gotten all the like website names and like email
Yeah.
and just, so anyway.
That's
so
sick.
that's- yeah.
It's a good band name.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I think of Alma Narrows, though, did I say that right?
Yep.
Nailed it.
Alma Narrows. It's like, it reminds me of like, I don't know, I can see you guys in like a little rowboat going across like
Oh, yeah.
like choppy seas. or
Yeah.
something, and there's like little spits of land here and there. So I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, that's
That's a
great.
beautiful
And
visual.
I think, when we were in that process of creating a band name, we also just decided that like people will all have their own interpretations of like what it means or what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And once you actually start the project, then it's like, then the name sort of becomes the project in a sense. It's like,
Yeah,
like there's so many band names out there that it's just sort of like, what does that even mean? But,
Yeah.
but it's like,
Right.
Tool,
tool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Red Hot
Yeah.
Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili, like,
but it's
Great.
but it
Yeah.
makes sense.
But-
It works.
It does. Yeah.
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 And it's cool. I guess it works too, like when the music feels like it goes along with that name. And I think that's definitely how it is for you guys too. And I got to say, I think the very first thing that I heard from you guys was your little phone recording of you down by the river playing River Bend.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're not even playing violin, but you're just singing harmonies.
Yeah, yeah.
And I listened to that, I was just like, holy shit. And it just all made sense to me. Like, and that was when I was like, got to have these guys on.
So nice.
That's
Thank
what
you.
we're gonna play in the
Oh,
in
nice.
the studio. Yeah.
Sweet. Very cool. Oh, yeah. Absolutely love
Yeah.
it, man. I was actually thinking this yesterday. It's like a similar vibe from like the first time I started hearing like Simon and Garfunkel and hearing like
Wow.
Garfunkel's harmonies because I've always loved harmony. Always just been obsessed with it. Like my oldest daughter's middle name is Harmony.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so like when I hear you doing the harmonies on there, man, I just get like the Garfunkel vibes. Like it's just perfect. It's just on. It's so intricate. Anyway, just wanted to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My envisioning wasn't going to be so eloquent.
It wasn't eloquent at all.
It was more of I had a thing of like if Johnny Cash and June Carter were on folk steroids.
Dude, that's sick.
That's so nice.
I like that.
Did you
Thank
prepare
you.
that in advance? It sounded like
I thought about it the other day, and I was like, "Is this gonna make any sense?" I really hope it does, because like you're way better. You know what I mean? But like your harmonies are so. I thought you guys might have been brother and sister because your voices match so freaking perfect. It's like kind of. It's incestual. You
prepared that in advance.
No, I didn't. I don't know why I just said it either. I'm sorry.
Dude, you should do improv.
I
That's
feel
amazing.
really bad.
Yeah.
That's great.
Shit, man. No, you match so good. I don't know how to. It's so pretty. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
It's too much.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah, no, I do.
Yeah.
But like, that is a very cool
Shouldn't
thing.
have said it like that.
Yeah. No, I think it's fine. If they're fine with it, I'm fine.
Whatever.
I mean, I'm glad we're not brother and sister.
Yeah.
So
Because we are married.
Yeah, because we're not in Utah.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
shout out Utah. Love you. I've never been there, but
Yep.
but sorry, I was actually thinking about that too, because being a singer-songwriter, I've had a few times where I've had people singing on my stuff and stuff like that, and I always thought it would be so great to have like a lady in my life who I also play music with. And so I was just kind of curious about that dynamic. Like, is it? I mean, I'm sure there's problems here and there, of course, but like, how do you guys collaborate with each other? Yeah.
Well, honestly, when we first met and started dating, so we have played in a number of bands. The first one was with another friend of ours, so there was a little more of an even playing field. And then that we moved back to Alberta, and Anna and I got married, and then we wanted to keep playing music. So then we did sort of try to start playing as a duo back then, and it like didn't really go very well. It was like I don't know. It was just like you're newly married. And, so there's all of that stuff that, comes with that of just like getting used to being around a person for so long.
Right.
And then you're like trying to like be creative and like also like disagree on things musically, but then it's like, then it's just hard. And so then we moved out to BC, both to pursue school. And we met our bandmates in the Crescent Sky, Anna and Jason. Got together with them and then played in that band for like 5 years. So cool. Anna and I, through that, like really, it was just like a really collaborative process. And I think maybe we got used to just like being open about like what our ideas that we're pushing for, and then like being used to taking criticism too, and being like, it's not like it's criticism, nothing personal. It's just like creatively, we're all trying to create the best thing. And so then I think that really like through that process gave us the tools to move into now this duo project. And I mean, we're still figuring it out too, but like so far it's been way better than when we tried it 10 years ago. Which is kind of, which is pretty cool.
That's community of the band before to kind of
help
shape.
Yeah, I think it was just helpful. It's helpful having, and it happened to be another married couple, Jason and Anna, our friends, Jason and Anna. And so there's two married couples, and it's like you've got your unit of like me and Anna, and then their unit of Jason and Anna. But as a creative thing, it was all of us together. And through that, I think, it was just like you learn those ways of critiquing and just, I don't know, for me, it's just more of like the accepting that my idea maybe isn't the best one in this moment, and that doesn't mean it's bad. It just is like not working for the song. Might work somewhere else, but I think that for me at least, that's what I learned in the past 5 years with playing with our band. is just kind of learning how to take criticism.
Right. Yeah.
So now,
Very cool.
songwriting wise, like Anna does a lot of she like starts and comes to the table with ideas, like usually like a song that's like 70 or 80% there. And then I kind of help get it to the finish line with different parts and ideas and stuff. But
Yeah, and I think over time we've kind of learned what our strengths are too.
yeah.
And that's really helped to kind of shape the process and like
Right.
normalize the experience of like, I don't know, coming to the table with something and like having it change and evolve. But I think knowing that you're on the same team and that you're like working towards the goal of making something the best that it can be is awesome. And my kind of philosophy that, you know, I try to stick to, but sometimes doesn't work out, but is that, you know, it's better when we do things together and when we bring other people in to collaborate. It's like, it takes a song or a piece of art or whatever it is to like another level that you wouldn't necessarily get to on your own.
Right.
So to me, that's really exciting. And it's also really humbling and vulnerable too, to like bring something to someone and be like, what do you think?
Yeah.
And see it change and evolve. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Being in a band with anybody is kind of like being married. Really,
It is. Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys doubled down on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say too, being in that band you were in, that's like the best double date ever.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It really has its benefits. It's like you get
guys
to
wanna go to a
actually
movie,
tour.
or-
Yeah.
No, let's make a kick-ass band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the ultimate double date. Yeah. But it's like great. Like you get to tour with your partner and yeah, it's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Very cool. Yeah. You guys just did a tour this year. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of our first 2-week on the
Full
road.
on. It was like
We're doing the
12
thing.
shows in 13 days.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it was
It
awesome.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It was so fun. We kind of like, my sister, she's also a musician, and she just did a tour with another person she plays in her band to Japan. So I was asking my sister like all this advice of like, what do we need to do to like stay healthy and like, you know, keep the energy up, because we're both quite introverted people and like get socially tired really quick. And so my sister's like, hydration tablets, vitamin B12, like do all of these things, take time for yourself. And so we kind of went into it not like, okay, I'm not a pessimist. I'm also not an optimist. I'm like a realist. So I'm kind of like playing out all of these scenarios. But it really helped us like mentally prepare, and then it was just amazing, and we had such a good time and got to see so much of BC too that we would never be able to kind of take the time to travel to. So that was really incredible, and of course we met so many cool people too. It was all house concerts. So we were billeted and got to just hang out with like
Hosts.
the hosts. And then
Oh, that's so
great.
fun.
Wow.
So do you guys, so when it comes to say like you guys are collaborating and writing together, do you guys pretty much have like the same musical influences, or is there any where you kind of really differ?
Honestly, I mean, I'd say
She's into rap.
yeah. Well, I was going to say Anna actually
Little Uzi.
So Anna has probably a wider range that she listens to, and you can speak to this. I usually do stick within the realm of just like that indie folk singer-songwriter stuff, but I do like branching out and listening to this, but I just find myself usually in that little bubble.
Right.
But Anna usually brings like weird stuff to the table, but like that said, it's like, I don't know. I think we take this for granted too, because it's not like, it's probably not super usual that like just because music taste is so varied that, you know, it's just kind of nice that we actually like listening to the same stuff. I don't have to like fight over it in the car.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what you tell me to turn off though. Like Kate LeBon, where it's just like she's like an artist musician, so she'll like repeat the same weird thing like 7 times, and Regan's like, enough. Like, but it's so cool. There's power in repetition.
I get you.
But no, I think we listen to a lot of the same stuff, but I'm always just On the look for different things.
No.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, a little late on that one.
At least you didn't go for the bird one. The bird.
Oh,
the bird
geez.
stop.
Oh no!
sorry.
Don't start on that.
Yeah, my bad. No.
That's gonna like wedge itself in
Okay,
here.
sorry. My bad. Quick, sing something else.
It's a small world after all. Here we go again.
Don't know anything but that.
Baby shark, dude.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. We're leaving all that in too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna edit that.
This is the way you get a hit, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Very true. Very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we at? Did you guys want to take a short little break here? Usually we do a short little break at around this point, and then we can come back and talk some more.
Sure.
Yes, we'll do. So I'll just do a segue into that. Right,
Yep.
Geordie? Okay.
No.
All right. Cool. Yeah, we're just gonna take a short little break here, and we're gonna hear from our sponsor, the Penny Coffee Shop.
Yes.
Hey guys, we're outside the Penny here again, doing another ad. Look who's back! Geordie's back with us today. Guess he grew a pair. Wow, look at this place, dude. This is so cool in here. Dude, they got like cool lights and stuff. You have a look at the merch, Geordie. I love this place. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good, how are you? Pretty good, pretty good. I was just on my way to afternoon tea, and then I heard about you guys on a podcast. The Poets Garden podcast. You ever heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool podcast from Mission. They feature like singer-songwriters and stuff. Never heard of it?
No.
Okay, cool.
But you are the second person to come here talking about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
All right,
Have a
take
good
care.
afternoon.
You too. Okay, man. We got it. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Dude, we gotta go. I think they're on to us.
Just so y'all know, I think about what I meant earlier was I meant you all sound celestial.
He's out,
Oh, yes.
he's out there just doing like, what did I say?
What did I say?
Celestial. It's that, you know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
Like there's little plots of sunlight
Ah.
fluttering down on you.
Wow.
And
That's referencing one of your songs too. I think you have a thing that says "Singing in the Sunshine," I believe.
oh,
Not
I don't think
that I
that's the
know
name
of.
of the song. I think it was the song called "The Storm," maybe.
Oh.
And it said "Singing in the Sunshine" or something like that.
So probably something like that. We tend to draw upon nature and
Yeah.
Yeah,
celestial. Is that the word you just used?
celestial.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Celestial.
Sounds better.
I said ancestral again.
It's okay because it makes for a great reel. To
Yeah,
put on
there you
social
go.
media.
Yep.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Jordan. Cheers, that.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Very happy to have you here.
To
Cheers.
incest. I mean, Celeste. I mean, shoot.
Whatever you do on the weekend is your own business,
Oh my
Jordy.
God.
Okay, now I'm gonna have a panic attack.
No, you're okay.
Feel my hand. Look at my hand. It's shaking.
Oh no! Oh no!
Look at it go.
Calming,
It's just 'cause
calming,
you're so
calming.
out of
Breathe,
shape.
breathe, breathe.
Just fucking- I don't know where that came from.
That's so true. So true.
Okay. So I guess we gotta keep talking about stuff. Jordy, what do you got?
You guys have new music out?
Oh yes.
Or coming out? Or
Yeah. Our
Yeah.
first single.
Oh,
Yeah, Counting Pennies. We just released it in
Yes.
October,
September.
a month ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
A month ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely love
So
it. Yeah.
we're pretty excited to have that out in the world
Yeah.
because we've been sitting on it for a while. So
Yeah.
it feels
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
When,
Yeah.
when did you record it?
We recorded it in January.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And
where?
Jay
Fort
Stewart.
Records.
Ah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Jay Stewart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Very
he's
cool.
great. Yeah,
Shout out
we were
to
really excited to be able to work with him. Regan and him have been friends for a while, and yeah, we were just looking for kind of like gentle vibes to help us kind of
Start a new project.
start a new project and create, because we were very like, I don't know what we're doing. So it was really awesome to work with him, and he was just very supportive and
Yeah. Yeah.
generous with his time, and yeah, so it's good.
Very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Got one more song to release
Yeah.
probably in the spring.
Oh,
or
nice.
Yeah,
or early
maybe
winter.
January.
Yeah, January.
Yeah,
February.
we'll see.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and then hopefully get back
Hopefully
in the
record
studio.
more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, actually, I just followed him, I think, on his Insta there, and I was like really impressed with him. He just seems to have such a great demeanor, and
Yeah.
So shout out Jay Stewart. Yeah, for
Jay
sure.
Stu. Yeah.
Should get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
I think the chair might be bumping the
Oh,
mic stand. Sorry,
I'm
it's
so
not your fault. It's my Bush League setup.
No, it's all good. I move a
No,
lot.
it's fine.
If I'm in a swiggle chair,
I have to say, you
Yeah.
blend in with that chair perfectly.
Yes, teal on teal.
Yeah.
Velvet on velvet.
That's a cool shirt.
Thank you.
Or is it a blouse?
A blouse.
A jacket?
What do you say?
jacket?
It's a jacket.
A shawl? It's a shawl.
Some form of
It's not a shawl, but I do accept blouse.
Petticoat? It's a petticoat.
Petticoat. Yes.
Oh, I love it. I love
I
it.
don't know what that is either. I'm gonna move
Me
that
neither.
mic for you though.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
yeah,
you're gonna
I'm
move
just.
it?
I like.
Okay,
I've got
yeah, yeah. Sorry.
got my eye on it.
But that's
Yeah.
not your fault. Again, that's my setup.
No,
So,
it's all good.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting there. Once I pay off my credit card, so I'll update it a bit.
Do your guys' feet ever cramp up?
sometimes.
Yeah.
You ever had a Charlie horse?
In your
I have
foot.
had a Charlie horse in my life, yes.
Yeah. What's going on with you, Geordie?
Well, like James said, I'm not doing so well.
Oh no.
My body is just it's rebelling,
Yeah.
and
You notice there's a little pillow there for you again, though, right?
I'm using it this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Well,
lumbar
it's
support.
Thank you. That's so thoughtful of you.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
very thoughtful. Yeah.
I just find this is more of a PSA.
Yep.
I'm choosing to take this time. Take care of your bodies, kids,
Yes.
and don't be like me. Stay away from the substances. Stay away. Keep them in check. You know what I mean. Don't skateboard. Don't snowboard.
Don't
What
have
else?
fun.
Telling young people not to do something.
Don't do
always
construction.
goes
Go
well.
do it. Right? Yeah.
Don't break 18 bones. Don't.
Oh.
So you have to counter it. You have to say, like, kids, you should go do drugs and no, I
Yeah.
won't do that. I
No,
won't
what's
put that in.
what
Have a balance.
they're saying? You're supposed to say things like don't, or instead of be careful, you're supposed to say like, watch your step. Or so-
Yeah.
Why am I talking, dude?
I like it. Go.
I
You're
don't
doing
know.
great.
I forget. So, anyways, your music is beautiful.
There it
It's
is.
just
Jordy's the king of segues.
just
Bringing it back.
amazing. Like,
Sometimes my body hurts from playing guitar though.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
if I like hunch over or something, I'll get like a big knot and then
Dude.
yeah.
Actually, that's the
Sorry, I
reason
brought it right back to
I'm kind of hunchback because of playing
Yeah.
piano. Like I
Yeah.
would just sit there and I would always play late at night and I wouldn't want to wake up my parents. So I would just
Yeah.
get in the habit of like playing so soft.
oh
And then eventually it just kind of formed into this. Yeah. So it's hard for me to correct my posture
Yep.
now. So yeah.
Yeah, posture is very important.
Posture is very important.
As you can tell, I don't really have a neck because I don't sit properly.
It's not something that I thought of when I met you.
No, that's really that's
Just
you know,
notice.
I've known Jordy for
You're
years and I
independent.
still can't stop it.
You're probably wondering about why I don't have a neck. It's like, no, actually.
I actually wanted to start up a GoFundMe to see if we could get Jordy a neck, but sorry, I don't know. I'm only
take
one
it.
beer.
Oh boy.
Anyway, okay. Sorry. So music and stuff is so cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
sure.
So you guys are playing live like right now too, right? Like you're still playing some shows.
We're trying to. Right now we don't have anything on the books, but
Yeah.
but high hopes.
Well, summer is just winded down
Yeah,
too. So
exactly. Yeah, but we had some good gigs in the summer, and that was really fun. Yeah, we love playing live, and I think right now we're kind of like, ooh, can we build this thing out? Like, get a few other friends to play, and we'll
Very cool.
see where it goes. Yeah,
Do the full band thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Very cool. Yeah, I was listening to a bit of the Crescent Sky as well. Really love that stuff. And then I saw too, you guys played the Mission Folk Fest.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah. That was a highlight.
Sick.
What year was that?
2022.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I should have gone. That's like my favorite festival. So
Yeah,
So you
it's
love it.
awesome. I grew up, when I was 16, 17, I grew up in Edmonton, and I went to the Edmonton Folk Fest for the first time, which is like huge.
Yeah.
There's like 20 different stages. They bring in like
Whoa.
huge acts. Yeah, it's like surprisingly a big deal.
Yeah.
But so I like went to that a couple times, and then been to the Canmore Folk Fest a couple times, and then coming out here, when we moved out here, we didn't know of the Mission Folk Fest, and then we got booked for it, and then it's just like folk festivals are just such good vibes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like everybody's just there to like listen to music, but like open to discovering new artists that
Yes.
they've never heard of before, which is like
Yeah.
just amazing. It's just it's a good time. Mission Folk Fest is a gem for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've discovered so many artists there. Like I go there. Well, I was going there every year. I wouldn't know anyone on the lineup pretty
Yeah.
much. and yeah, just ended up walking out with like 3 or 4 CDs afterwards.
Yeah.
Like
You can walk there from here.
Yeah.
You can. I can't. But you guys can.
yeah,
I'll have a scooter.
yeah. Well, you came a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
We actually camped there. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah. Anyway,
That was
yeah.
fun.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I'm so afraid of big crowds and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
Yep.
but I know what you're saying. It's a good vibe, right? Because everyone's so chill there. It's not like
Yeah, it's not like one of the bigger, like the Vancouver Folk Fest. I haven't been, but I've heard it's pretty
We
intense.
haven't been yet either. We have been trying to go, but then that weekend we're always busy. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's good times. Festivals in general, though, it's just like always every year. There's always one that's just like we're going bankrupt. We need help. We need money. It's like
Right.
So sad.
but
Yeah.
somehow they make it through. It seems, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely not easy out there.
No.
do you help with like the setup and all that kind of stuff?
I do for a couple. And yeah, so we actually played the Harmony Arts Festival this year in West Vancouver,
Okay. Yeah.
which is beautiful. It's an entirely free festival,
Yeah.
and it's like 10 days long. It's like really art focused, music focused. And the company that I work for happens to provide the PA for that whole festival.
Oh,
so
nice.
like this
Yeah,
year, I set up the PA, and then like 3 days later, we came and played on the stage, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was
That's
awesome.
great.
I love those behind the scenes guys.
Yeah,
I always wanted to be one.
Yeah.
You know, like wearing all black.
yeah,
Yes.
Like a balaclava.
yeah.
Moving stuff around.
You might be thinking of a different.
Oh, hostage negotiation or something. Yeah.
Maybe in the Middle East. I don't
Yeah.
know what
Wait.
we're talking about here.
Guantanamo. No. Anyway, getting my
Yeah, that's gonna be
Wires
great
crossed.
too for like learning the equipment. and
Yeah,
how
it's-
everything works. and
it's,
stuff. So, yeah.
So I've been working in audio and events for I don't know, like 5-ish years, 6 years.
Did you start at Tom Lee?
No,
No, fair enough.
no. But it's funny working in that world because it is a lot of like musicians or ex-musicians too. So it's just like great people
Yeah.
that you work with, and just like work-wise, it's like the skills translate really well. Like I started by getting into recording and went to audio school,
Oh wow.
and then basically through that transitioned into like live events and stuff. And so then
Okay. Yeah.
and so yeah, it's just been it's fun, yeah, to kind of like have a job that like transfers music skills into it as well, because it's like, you know, like setting up sound systems and stuff. You have to do that as a musician anyways.
Yeah.
You do like the rigging and stuff, and like
Not they bring in like specialty workers for that, like
Right.
riggers. That's something I don't want any part of.
Oh, fair
because-
enough.
I mean, we'll rig like, you know, like you see those big line array stacks of speakers hung in the air. Like we'll rig those,
Oh, okay.
we'll hang those and send them. But like, yeah, no,
you're more of a rigger, I'm guessing.
yeah.
That's your line.
Exactly.
Okay. Which would translate well into like the movie industry and stuff.
Yeah.
too, I hear.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Know a few people in that
Yeah.
do that kind of stuff. You know, I wish I could, but I just the physical
The physical is a lot.
the physicalities of it just won't allow me to. But
Oh, sorry. Sorry. My bad.
why am I talking?
No, you're doing great, George.
No, please.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be an asshole there.
This is so
There are
weird.
many times where I try to be an asshole, so. George
No,
probably
that
thought
was
I
me being disappointed in myself and looking to you for help.
Oh, no,
And
You need a
you're
safe
on your
word.
own, man.
I
I
need
was
to say,
actually,
I need to say
actually-
for it.
Yeah.
I was actually having the thought like it's so good Geordie's talking right now.
It's so weird. You all make me feel comfortable. I
Good.
Yeah. No, and that, yeah.
That's
No,
cool.
we do. We do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
that's good.
good.
Yeah.
They're
Are
nice
we
people.
Same or like
Yeah,
Yes.
same
Okay,
thing.
cool.
This is
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
really good.
So comfortable.
Yeah.
That's
this is
true.
very, very
I know, right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
You got to try it.
Yeah, you
I
should.
know. I need to get in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Should have swapped at the break.
What are we doing?
It's okay. This one's really good too.
it
I like
right
that
now.
it grew.
Was
Yeah.
that bike falling again?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
It's
alive.
okay. We'll just leave it. I'll take
Okay.
like this.
Season
We need
2.
to, yeah, it's still. We'll just all move our mics a bit, and then that way it'll balance.
Yeah,
No, it's
exactly.
fine. I can compress. It's fine.
Check.
What was I gonna say?
Testies
now?
1, 2.
Testes 1, 2. You ever see that Homer Simpson thing where he's trying to spice up his marriage with Marge, and they get like this they wear like togas and stuff, and he's like, "I am testicles." It's just, I don't know why. That's all I remember from that whole episode.
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah,
I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons.
we weren't either, but we had
Sweet,
friends.
Yeah.
We had
Dutch Reform? Dutch Reform?
My mom, but
Oh, okay.
no, yeah, Regan, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna look this.
She
Oh,
came
sorry.
on a ship.
I know, it's so bad.
Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh man, that is so bad. I'm sorry. Gee, I
love when you...
counterweight. We need a counterweight. That's all. Some sort of like.
Sorry. I don't mean I just love... Yeah.
That's a good idea. No, don't worry about it.
That's an Apex stand. It's not that good, so...
Mike said, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No.
I'll do better next time.
Don't worry. We once played a show and forgot. We often will like rent gear from Long McQuaid, and we forgot to rent the mic clips.
Oh,
And
I
so
forgot to give them.
we yeah. Yes, there you go.
there you go.
Different.
But moral of the story is that we duct taped all the mics to the stands.
Dude,
Like,
yes.
yeah, this is gonna work. This is fine. Yeah.
Whatever it takes. You
Whatever
know?
it takes.
My first band was with my brother, and we called ourselves Makeshift
Nice.
because we had like literally a telescope, like an old telescope that didn't even work, and we just duct taped the mic to that. Anything we could use, like
Yeah.
you know. He had an old deerskin like drum kit. Like we
Yeah.
bought it for like $25 or something ridiculous, but it had deerskin heads. That's how old this thing was. Like
Sweet.
it sounded
Vintage.
freaking amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna
Let me
say.
tell you. Oh, I'm out of
actually-
breath just from doing that.
I actually did that with a guest here where I was going to put a mic on a stand, and it was the wrong clip.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, crap. And then I'm like, oh, like, I can't find, like, the other clip or whatever the hell. So I actually grabbed a roll of duct tape. And then the kid, he's only, like, 20, but he's in, like, music school to, like, learn all this stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, dude, you can just, like, do this and this. And then he just put it right on. I'm like, oh. And I'm like, shit. And I'm the one that's supposed to be, like, the pro here. I'm not a pro at all. I've just, figured this out myself.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
I don't understand frequencies and all that shit. I just kind of get by. So
It's all good.
I
That's how I
apologize.
am with music.
Do we truly
Yeah, right?
understand sound?
I know it's like I've always
We
said
can't
that, man.
see it. How can we possibly understand it?
I think we've had
my
many
goodness.
discussions. What?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you got a text or something.
epiphany.
No, no.
I was gonna slap you. No, we've had many discussions, I believe, probably after we blazed.
Yeah.
But like about music being like spiritual, because it's kind
Yeah.
of the same thing. You know what I mean? I mean, I know there's sound waves and all this shit, and they try and explain it, but really, like
Sound
is that really what it
therapy.
is?
It does
Yep,
something.
That's what
to
I heard
Yeah.
about this yesterday. It was an ad for something, obviously. But
Is sound
It
therapy
sounded-
different than like music therapy?
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just like this guy was talking about doing like sessions with people where you just sit there and you play. He has a gong.
Yeah,
He'll
it's
hit
like
the gong
sound
and you
bath.
let the vibrations and everything just mess with you, whatever. He'll hit this other thing, like just all these different vibrations mess with your mind, and all of a sudden you start like, like like all this stuff starts coming up, and like as a little new agey,
Probably
but
crap your pants.
yeah, you hit the brown note. Oh man,
Brown note. Oh my god.
I wonder if that's a real thing. It's got to be.
I think
Probably.
it is.
It's got to
It's
be.
like
man.
a really deep low note.
Yeah.
No, it's
Well, that's like some chemical weapon.
It is,
warfare or
yeah.
Yes.
something,
it
like
is a real
Oh
thing.
boy.
biological. I don't know what that would be. Anyways, jeez, yeah, man. But then he was talking about sound healing. And
Yeah.
Like how again, this is kind of what you're saying because spiritual.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had to elaborate on that, but I should.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But no. Yeah. Like, doesn't matter what style it is, right? I mean, yeah. Sorry.
No,
I'll fix
don't
that.
apologize.
Season 2.
I'm like
I just
moving
can't-
around and touching
I know.
all your stuff. I'm so sorry.
I've told Geordie sometimes, like, I find it hard to even concentrate on conversation because I'm always worried, like, oh, are my cameras? And you know what I mean? So I'm sorry. I'm always
No.
noticing. And
We're
I'm,
all freaking sorry.
We're
Okay.
so
Anyway.
sorry. Okay, last
No.
apology.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, Geordie.
more.
No more.
No
Damn
more.
it.
No more. No more.
Tired of taking them out in post.
Sorry,
like-
sorry.
I've sort of learned to sort of appreciate everything now with music. Whereas before, especially like, when you're younger and stuff, you're like, oh, it's not cool to listen to that or whatever. But now I've kind of like learned to appreciate everything for what it is, in the sense that it is kind of all spiritual, like on different levels, right? Like even the pop stuff where it's like manufactured in a lab and, you know, someone's performing it. But like I've learned to sort of look at the positives and the beauty and everything. And the thing I've realized too is, why would I judge someone else for like putting out something by saying, oh, that's just pop crap, or that's the same old, because that's their expression, right? And so I'm sorry, sometimes maybe it isn't their expression. Maybe it is, you know, just a formula that they're using. But like, I don't know. But if you can still hear those positives, right, and take that meaning from it. So,
Totally.
yeah.
Wow.
And then
Unless it's
enter AI, artificial
Oh,
intelligence.
yeah. Oh, I know.
I
Right?
don't know if I want to get into that.
That's
it's just
scary.
like a whole other
Yeah.
world that's like so terrifying.
It ruins
It is.
everything.
Yeah.
It the moment that AI duped me, like as in like I saw something on the internet and it was like I didn't realize it was AI. You know Chapel Roan, the Pink Pony Club song? No?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God. I love
It's
it.
so stuck in my head. I heard it.
So somebody essentially generated a Plankton version singing that song, and like you listen to it, and if you're not like cluing in on that, it's just like, oh wow, that's a really good performance. And then you like sort of start to hear these like almost digital subtleties of like in the, you know, like if somebody leans into the crunchiness of their
Like
voice or whatever. then
SpongeBob Plankton.
SpongeBob Plankton. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
SpongeBob Plankton.
Reading the mail now.
Plankton from SpongeBob.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, so like they asked AI to create a Plankton from SpongeBob version of Pink Pony Club.
Okay.
And you're listening to this and it's like, yeah, that's a really great vocal performance, whatever. And then you hear those like little subtleties and it's like it's like the digital kind of like crunchiness.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, oh wait, no. And it's it completely fooled me the first time. And it's
Dude.
like, oh no, what's happening?
I just watched a video with Eminem explaining in his voice and his face, you can tell the mouth is not.
Yeah.
But he's talking about like, what's a dominant seventh in a C chord? And he goes off on like this tangent. And then like, it's cool. It's insane.
It's insane.
I don't like it.
It's coming
It's
for
freaky,
us.
man.
It is.
Pretty
Yeah.
freaky. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been duped by music yet, but I know there was one. It was like a Tesla thing where they're shooting at the Cybertruck or something. But they had robots, like the Tesla robots, shooting the gun and all this stuff. And then I was telling someone about it, and they're like, "Oh no, dude, that's like a fake, like the original video." And then I watched the original. I was like, "Oh, what?" Like,
Yeah.
it's insane. So, like AI, I know when it comes to like editing, there's lots of options which are great. I can't do any of them because my system's from 2011. But like with editing for this, for instance, like when it changes cameras, you can set it so that it'll automatically change, just like a Zoom call, right?
wow.
So I don't have to manually change each camera
Yeah.
angle. And that kind of stuff's cool, but then you get all this other stuff with it.
Yeah.
Like
The best thing I've ever seen done with AI, besides like medical stuff, like there's a lot of cool medical things they can do now and everything. But the best thing I've seen so far is they take Arnold Schwarzenegger's face and they impose it onto like little orphan Annie, and she sings like somewhere
that's good.
or whatever, and he's just like. It's probably the best thing I've ever
Great use
seen.
of AI.
I try to share it with everybody
Yeah.
because this is what AI is meant for. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 yeah,
So thank you, Elon, or whoever.
Yeah. Whoever is behind this.
yeah, exactly.
I think like tools like what you're describing, it's like that's great and it's helpful and it's like that's to me that feels like a good use of AI. But then it's just like when we're starting to create new versions of something that is like didn't exist before.
Yeah,
And I don't know how to feel about that. It's like it's
exactly.
well, I do know how to feel about it. It sucks.
They're losing
But,
their humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
it's just interesting as like creative people and songwriters. It's like you're almost like we're moving into this new realm of like it's always been meaningful to create, but it's gonna mean something completely different in like the next 10 years of creating something.
Totally.
Because
Yeah.
there's gonna be comparable versions that you could just whip into ChatGPT or something and it could come up with something close.
Yeah.
But then there's that that something about humans actually creating that kind of has to take it to that next level of like that's just what makes it better than AI, where it's like lived experience
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It freaks me out.
Yeah, no, I think that too.
It's insane.
Yeah.
The first time I saw ChatGPT or
Oh,
whatever.
that
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Man, you put it on like, man, it was insane.
Should sample that.
I typed in lyrics to a Breaking Benjamin song, right? And I said, make it like from the 1600s.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
And it changed them all to like, thou hast been depressed on thine belly and blah, blah. Like it just like went on. And I'm like, and then you look at the real lyrics and holy shit.
Yeah,
Like, that's crazy, man. Like what? Yeah. And that's nothing. What I could, like that's baby stuff for this thing. Like I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it, man.
It's new. It's
Yeah.
scary.
It is, but I think too, like, because it seems like society goes in cycles, you know,
Yeah.
like kind of like, you know, there was like the hippie. Oh, sorry, no, I don't want to get off. I'll just go on a tangent. But anyway,
Bottoms.
yeah, what I think is that, you know, AI is going to keep coming out with things. Like music, even like movies. They're talking about AI is going to write scripts and you know do everything. But I think it'll eventually lead to a place where society's just done with all that shit and they want organic, they want real. Because I think that is happening with music again now, finally, right? Like, I've just noticed with like radio stations and stuff like that and like playlists on Spotify, like there's just so much good, organic, real music coming out. I think probably more than there ever has been just because it's so easy for these artists. But so I think society will kind of go back against all that stuff eventually. So,
My theory, and I think I hope that this happens, is that we get to a place with the internet where it's like we actually don't know what's real and what's not anymore, so that we just have to like completely jump ship and start over.
dude, yes.
Yeah.
That's like the
100%.
plot of Dune.
Back to the bartering system.
Yeah, but I
exactly.
agree though in that like
Yeah.
society and cycles, it's a thing, and it's like, you know, social media is only like 20 years old, maybe even less, and it's like it's been this whole thing, and it's like the cycle's got to end at some point of like we just kind of like, no, we're done with this.
Yeah.
It's not working anymore.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Yeah, and it kind of like I don't want to talk politics, but it's kind of the same with government too. Like you notice like conservatives and then it's liberals.
Yeah,
Conservatives and
flip-flops.
people just kind of, you know, like, oh no, we shouldn't go all this way. We should, you know. So yeah, it's just kind of back and forth. So I'm really confident, organic.
They all just want
Real
to divide
music.
people.
Exactly. And we're not talking about politics. I'm not saying who I voted for because I actually didn't vote.
Some people like
I actually
people like
became an
watermelon.
unregistered voter now
Yeah.
because I was tired of being a registered voter because I kept getting summoned for jury duty. And then I found out, oh, that's because I'm a registered voter.
Unregistered.
And then I realized I can become an unregistered voter just by sending a couple letters. So
Wow.
yeah.
There you
I'll
go.
cut that though.
Yank up your mic there, Anna. Just
Oh yeah, I'm
Good
so sorry,
Lord.
Geordie. I thought you fixed it.
okay.
Can we raise
You need a counterweight. James, you need a counterweight.
Do you have another troll or
Yeah, we need a real gnome.
Yeah.
To do all this. And he just hangs off it.
quickly summon it.
he's like, I'm just happy to be
His
here.
arms
They
are just
are.
ripped. And he's just
What about
Thanks for including me, guys.
doing pull-ups. Yes. Now you're talking. I was thinking the bottle of water because that would be heavier. And then it's
you go.
an element of risk too. Yes. Hanging over his whatever that thing is. He's got so many cool things. Makeshift, baby.
So we do it.
I wish we recorded
Yeah,
that.
it's
Thanks.
perfect.
That's great. Yep. You've just created a sculpture.
Yeah.
What a day.
Right? Yeah.
Dude.
All on a Sunday afternoon.
See, this is what the people want. Real life art happening before their eyes.
Man, we're so real life.
Wait, this is going to be on television. or something. No,
Television.
television?
Age yourself, Geordie.
It's going to be on the boob tube.
That's like Conan's podcast when he's always like, "This is going to be on the radio." Anyway, okay, yeah. Anything else you guys want to cover, like when it comes to projects and all that? Like you talked about, you've got new recording coming out,
Yep. Yep.
and then you were saying you're going to do another one.
Yeah, we're hoping to get
Hoping
back
to
into the
record
studio.
more, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
We've
Cool.
got a bunch of songs that we've
Lots of songs,
written. This past year has been kind of interesting and funny because we've kind of launched into the duo thing, but to the point where like we had a gig, but we didn't have the songs prepared.
Yeah, well, it's great. Yeah.
So it kind of like forced us. And I mean, like I kind of write all the time, just based on my feelings and experiences. So I've had these songs sitting in a pile, just kind of waiting for the right moment. But over the past year, it's been a real good challenge to go back to them, like change them, adapt them, have Regan like provide input and create different parts. So yeah, it's exciting to now think about taking them into the studio too, and then going from there. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'd say like if you're an artist and you like want to write more songs, just like get a gig booked in the calendar.
Yeah.
And then you're like forced to get it all.
So, yeah.
Like I don't know, when we played in Kitimat pretty much a year ago, and I don't know, how many songs do you think we started out with before we actually had the set prepared? Like we probably had 5 or 6 songs that we were like, okay, these are good, we can play these.
Yeah.
And then we had a gig of like an hour and a half worth of music.
Oh boy.
So it was just
really
like
slow.
intense. It was like intense time of like hashing things out. And I mean, like we got them together for that gig, but now that we've played so many shows since that, like the songs have changed again, and so they just kind of keep molding into something.
That's how it happens.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite artists is Feist. I don't know if you listen to her much. Yeah. I've seen her twice now, but each time she's played like her big hit 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Both times I saw her live. And I think that's just so inspiring to see how you can like continuously like change your own content, especially stuff that you've written years before and like revisit it in a new light. I think that's really exciting.
I love when I see that.
Do you ever see the music video for Honey?
I don't think so.
I think it's Honey.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Ooh,
It's
I'll
all
have to
like
look that up.
it's kind of like claymation, but more puppetry kind of thing. And the song's really cool. She's like,
Yeah.
woo, woo.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you know what I mean? And then, no, he doesn't. And that's okay. Anyways,
I really
I like
no idea.
Feist.
Yeah.
1, 2,
No,
3,
I really
4.
like
Yeah.
James doesn't like me anymore.
I never liked you. What are you talking about? Fleet Foxes too. You guys posted that. Those are your influences.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love Fleet
They're so good. Yeah.
Have you ever seen them live?
We did see them live last year
Free.
for free.
It was
At the
unreal.
Burnaby Roots and Blues Festival.
Yeah.
Really?
Is like now free because it's got like a bunch of corporate sponsors and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so cool.
Fleet Foxes played. That was our first time seeing them live.
Yeah.
It was
It was so
just
good.
a wall of sound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
You
many
ever heard of
people
Deep
on
Dark
stage.
Woods?
I've heard of them. Yeah.
They're cool too.
Yeah.
Oh, from Saskatchewan. Yeah.
Ooh.
They're kind of like Grateful Dead sounding.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I don't think I can name a Grateful Dead song.
Well,
That's
I
pretty
don't
sad.
know Grateful Dead at all,
They're
but
more
someone
psychedelic,
told me.
right?
Sorry.
They're more psychedelic.
Yeah,
Dead,
like
yeah.
trippy psychedelic guitar. But they're kind of it's kind of like almost old country.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get them mixed up with Dire Straits.
Somebody thought I was listening to Grateful
Someone's
Dead,
trying to know.
and I was like, no, it's Deep Dark Woods. So that's I never listened to Grateful
yeah,
Dead,
yeah.
so yeah.
Okay.
So I could be way off. I have no idea.
You gotta
By the
go.
light of the moon. Such a good song.
Anyway, yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's one thing I was gonna say too. Like your guys' sound, even though it is just a duo, like even if you didn't do the full bad thing, like it sounds unique. Like that's what I'm always impressed by is when I see someone using familiar instruments, familiar sound, but it just sounds unique right off the bat. Like there's something about it that hooks you in. Anyway, yeah, just giving you
Thank
more
you.
That's
credit.
always
Sorry.
been a goal of ours, I'd say.
Yeah.
Try to
Yeah.
be different and unique in our sounds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And nuanced.
Nuanced.
Is that the word?
Yeah.
And you know, like you know when to bring it up and when to
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dynamics.
Vocal dynamics.
Dynamics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're both like, you know, like just glued,
Yeah.
man. Like,
Yeah.
put some
Thank
glue
you.
in there and just,
Okay.
you know,
What glue?
Yep.
so tight.
Thank you. Yeah, we both
not
sang
fair.
a lot in choirs growing up and stuff.
Oh,
Ah, yes. Choirs.
Helps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
the vocals and the vowels and the
Yeah.
Yep.
Me and Geordie are choir boys too.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Never sing
Well,
E.
No.
Yeah.
Bad one.
Err. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
weird.
yep.
Cool. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, I think we got lots here.
Thanks so much.
yeah.
This has been so fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
thank you so much, guys. I know, yeah, it's a drive and all that, but really appreciate you
Hey.
making the time.
Happy to
thank
do it.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for
this is
inviting
great.
us.
Very
And
cool.
I have to say again, like, I'm in love with this space.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really exciting.
That's always good to hear.
Yeah.
Because I must say, there is some moments where I look up and I have lots of regrets. Only when I look at my credit card bill. But no, that is really good to hear. So,
Yes.
because that's exactly what I want it to be. A nice space to come chill and
Yeah.
hang out. So,
It's very cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention to the kids,
Yeah.
the song Counting Pennies. It's a great song. Everyone check it out. But for you kids out there, that'd be like the equivalent of counting nickels nowadays. Okay, yeah. Nickels are the new penny. Just wanted to.
That's a whole other layer we didn't even think
Wow.
about.
Yeah. We're getting old.
I just saw that video of you counting pennies.
Yeah.
And I was like, where did he get all those pennies?
I have a bag of them.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone check out Alma Narrows on Spotify. Make sure you follow them. They got new music coming out. And make sure you follow them on Instagram and YouTube as well. Yeah, so thanks again for being here, guys. Hope to see you again if you feel like it. And yeah, I guess
Regan.
we'll go in.
Anna,
Regan
You
and
got
Anna.
it.
Geordie.
so cool.
James.
Yeah.
Alma Narrows. You got it.
Y'all are
And this is
cool.
the Poets Garden Podcast.
Whee!
All right. Peace out.
Poets Garden.
Why are you whispering?
Poets Garden.
I don't know. I always
Because
do
we're
it.
in the Poets Garden.
Okay.
I feel that cold, fresh air hit my face.
It took till now to realize that something was out of place.
Heard the birds sing softly, but out of tune. Didn't realize then that what was off was me and you. So we'll walk around the river bend. Hold my breath, dreading a bitter end. Feel your hand slip further from mine. I don't wanna drag it out or waste your time. Step by step, we grew apart. Clouded judgment, bruised feelings, and a cluttered heart. We'll turn and go our separate ways. I needed to travel on.
I wanted you to stay. So we'll walk around the river bend. Hold my breath, dreading a bitter end. Feel your hand slip further from mine. I don't wanna drag it out or waste your time.
It's a familiar path that we've been walking on.
We could fall back into patterns, but the feeling's gone. I'm gonna miss you on those rainy days. You're all I've known for so long.
But we can't go back.
Memories flood my eyes as I
Poets Garden podcast is produced and recorded by me, James Donnelly, at the Poets Garden Studio in Mission, BC. You can subscribe and rate us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and almost everywhere else. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. To avoid potential legal action, the Poets Garden podcast is not sponsored by the Penny Coffee Shop, yet. So next time you're in Mission, stop by the Penny for a coffee or a gluten-free brownie and say you heard about them on the Poets Garden podcast. Thank you for listening.